Wow, what a great time to make this video. My name is Deja, and I hope you find serenity.
I hope you find serenity. I hope you find serenity.
I'm on a walk. And I'm wearing actually a shirt that I've had since I was 16 years old. I got it like from the discount part of, what's that store? Urban Outfitters. It says, I'm a fucking teen queen. When I turned 20, I crossed out the teen. At some point I tie-dyed it. I don't remember when. But yeah, I've had this shirt for 11 years. It's still in good quality. I haven't been wearing it for a long time. I actually found it in a box at my house when I went back to Atlanta back in May last month. So I haven't worn it in a few years, and I'm so happy it just re-entered my life, and now it gets to be in Costa Rica. I forgot that I kept this shirt. But anyways, peace, y'all. Greetings. Oh, there's so much on my heart right now. So let me feel into what needs to be said. So what I want to talk about is overcoming self-doubt. Oop. And I dropped my red umbrella. Interesting. You know me, seeing meaning in everything. Come on. Hello. Mango. So, trusting the process. Seeing things from a higher perspective. Trusting in divine timing. I'm talking again about this book. The wisdom, not the wisdom. I keep wanting to call it the wisdom of the Tao. It's called The Tao of Inner Peace. I've been reading this book every morning, y'all. I'm almost done. And it's been great. And a few days ago, I was reading about a few chapters ago. I was reading about having like a higher perspective, being able to trust the process, the bigger picture. Because when we get so caught up in the details and the surface level, we don't see that bigger picture of this is currently serving a purpose to move us in the right direction. And self-doubt can stop us along the way. It can make things move slower. We keep repeating these cycles. Can you have faith? Can you trust? Can you surrender? And the self-doubt is like saying no. Yeah. And I've been seeing some manifestations come in recently. And the thing is, for so long, I deep down had stopped believing that I was able to manifest. Because there were some things that I wanted that didn't appear in my life. And so I doubted myself. But some of these things just appeared later. So much later that I, of course, didn't expect. But they still showed up. But I was all along just doubting myself because I was not being patient. Patience is like a stillness. It's like an acceptance of where I am, too. And I'm learning patience for sure. Trusting in the bigger picture. Not getting too caught up in the details. Moving with faith, walk with faith. With serenity. I think that's all. I think that's it. Peace, y'all. So, as I was editing this video, I realized, first of all, how short it was. And second of all, I feel like I wasn't as clear as I thought I was being. So here I am again, sweating. But I want to just touch on this topic just a little bit more. And I realized also in watching it that I have talked about this in other videos, but that's fine, you know, like when I feel called, I'm definitely going to share a message. But the main message is trust the process. That's what I was really getting from what I had read from the book. That particular chapter, I don't remember what it was called, but it was talking about trusting the process, you know, seeing the bigger picture. Sometimes we feel like things are going wrong, or we're like overwhelmed, or we want to give up. But if we were to be able to zoom out and see what's happening now, like what it's serving for in the future, then we wouldn't even be worried, because we'd be like, oh, like this is for a higher purpose. And like this challenge is temporary. And if I move through this challenge, it's going to lead to all of these greater things and this amazing expansion. And yeah, it made me think about a lot of things in my life, in particular about projects. You know, sometimes I create projects, like I've started some books and some courses that I have so much planning for, but then when I get a majority of the work done, then I get closer to the end, I start to like doubt myself and feel like, oh my God, I don't know, I'm not clear, I don't know if I should put this out, it's not ready. And then eventually I just kind of let the project go and I move on to another one. And it's like, I'm not trusting the process, trusting that things do take time. And that's something that was mentioned in the chapter that I read as well. I need to refresh, like I've been reading it, and so now today I read a different part, so I'm trying to remember what it was that I read the other day that made me feel called to make that video. But yeah, I do remember it talking about, you know, consistency and seeing projects through to the end and trusting the process, you know, like we can't be on fixed time all the time. So maybe I think a project will take me like a month to complete, but maybe it takes me a whole year. But still, even if it takes me a year, trusting the process along the way and not doubting myself, just staying consistent, staying at peace, working on it like consistently and seeing it through. So yeah, that was a really important lesson for me, especially because I have a lot of projects, y'all, like, and yeah, I'm working on them in perfect timing, and there's no rush, and I'm not a failure because they haven't been shared yet. They're just still in the process of being created. So that's helped me feel a lot better and feel a lot more confident as I continue to work on several things. It's also like, because I've had so many, it's like following my flow of energy, but like into like, what do I want to work on today, or what do I want to work on this week? And not overwhelming myself trying to do everything at once, trying to get it done by a certain time. Just like, okay, let me be consistent. Every day I need to do something towards one of these projects. And as soon as I put it into my routine, it becomes a lot easier to follow through. For example, reading this book every morning has been a really great new routine for me. So I've been rising and I just breathe and I literally pick up the book and read like usually a chapter, or at least half of a chapter, before I even pick up my phone. And that has been really great. It's been keeping my mind really good in the morning. And then after that, I usually clean my house, like get a little organized, take my pets for a walk. And yeah, that has been super nourishing for me. And as I'm working on these projects, I'm like flowing into also involving some writing in my morning routine. Like after reading, going right into journaling a bit, or even writing on my computer. And I'm also wanting to create a night routine too. So I'll definitely share that with y'all as it comes into fruition. And yeah, I'm learning to trust the process, even with YouTube, you know. Actually, this particular channel that you're watching has been my YouTube for years. I've had it for a long, long time. I didn't start making videos until maybe college. I had a couple of videos on here of me singing, maybe 3 or 4 videos. And then they were kind of cringy for me to watch later, so I put them on private. And then I decided to make a lock video when I first started my locks in 2018, because I was watching lock videos to get started, and I was like, I should do that too, so that people can see my journey and I can see my journey. And I'm so grateful that I did that, because I love to go back and see the beginning of my lock journey. I look so different. So here on this channel, this was originally my lock channel, and I only was posting lock videos. At first, I just posted like 3 videos, and then I left it alone for like a year, and then I came back and saw they had views. So I was like, oh, I should do more lock videos. And while that was happening, I made another channel called Princess Nappy, which is still live. You can go and subscribe if you want. And I was like, okay, because Princess Nappy is my artist name. This is fully a side note to this video, but it's important to share. Princess Nappy is my artist name. It's also my main Instagram page name. I'm always sharing on here I hope you find serenity, because that's really my business, find serenity, you know, but I'm so many things. I'm always doing too much. Anyways, I made the Princess Nappy page so I have a place to post my music, and I ended up starting to do vlogs on there. So there's a couple of vlogs on there as well. And so I was making the lock videos and I was making stuff on the Princess Nappy page. And then I just was like, I don't like that I'm doing 2 different things. Like, I was getting way more views on this channel. So I decided to shift and put everything here, maybe like a year and a half ago. And since then, everything has been here. You can scroll back and take a look if you feel called. And also, of course, you can check out my Princess Nappy page if you want to see some things that got lost in the sauce along the way. But yeah, I had to trust the process with this whole YouTube thing, because of course when I first started, I was like, yeah, like I want to make videos and people will watch and all these things, and that didn't happen right away. Like I said, with the lock videos, I literally posted, and then it wasn't until a year later that I started noticing like I was getting views and people were subscribing and all these things. And once I started to get consistent on YouTube, there it is. Now it's come full circle. I've made it relevant to the video. I stayed consistent creating videos and putting them out there. And then my YouTube, in my opinion, blew up. Like, I know I'm still like a small YouTuber in comparison to others, but for me, it has just been a consistent uphill like growth since I started. And it's just about staying consistent, being authentic, and not having too many expectations, just doing what feels right in my heart. And yeah, I'm still in a process. So this still right now, even making this video here and now, is serving a higher purpose that I can't even see in this moment. But I just trust that. So I create, I put it out there, and I release it with love and see what else wants to come back in my way. Yeah, I hope that that was clear enough for y'all. And I trust that those of you who are even watching here in this moment, you're watching because you are resonating and you are understanding me. So I give thanks. I send you my love. And I remind you to trust the process. Don't succumb to self-doubt. Trust the process, because eventually things are going to show themselves to you. And it's all perfect. It's all perfect timing. Give thanks.
Hope you find serenity.